So I woke up this morning real sick. All morning long I was sick. And early in the morning when the sun was coming up, came outside, I was thinking about so many things and just looking for God, man. I've been struggling back and forth with this thing in my head of being Martha or Mary. Reading on this, Martha and Mary, that Martha, she was hosting a party at her house. She invited Jesus over to come have supper at their house. And he was there with his disciples, a bunch of his friends and stuff, hanging out in the house. And Martha was in the kitchen cooking a lot of food, kept bringing out drinks, serving them, running back and forth, just trying to be this perfect host. And Martha was getting pissed off at her sister Mary because Mary was just sitting in the living room at the foot of the couch listening to everything Jesus was saying. And Martha was getting mad and jealous. And she came out to Jesus saying, "Jesus, what's up? Tell Mary to come help me. Don't you see me so busy getting swamped in the kitchen?" And Jesus told her that Mary had chosen the better thing, the only thing that was necessary to do. So the question today is, are you constantly trying to do stuff to prove yourself to God, or to prove yourself to the world, or to prove yourself to yourself? Most of us are. And that's the typical American church mentality. Let's do a luncheon, let's have a women's group, let's throw a concert, let's do an outreach, let's have a book drive, let's do all these things. And very rarely is it, let's just come before the Lord, or let's gobble the Word, let's eat the bread of life, spend time with God in the Word, knowing that He will teach us through the Word. I don't know about you, but for me, it's very hard sometimes to just be able to stop doing and be still and know the Lord. Be in His presence. Be open in the Spirit for Him to talk to you. So this morning when I came out here real sick, the sun was coming up, and I just walked out here, waded out into the water, and all I thought was Spirit. With the water, the living water, the ocean, all around me. And I was able to see something spiritual in that which is physical. For me to walk out into the water, walk out into the Spirit, and be one with God. So for me, that's what I'm going for right now. Trying to be more like Mary, and less like Martha. Alright, so think about this. Mary and Martha, they were sisters. They shared the house, okay? So when we talk about the house, Jesus being in the house, what could we talk about it being Martha's house or Mary's house? So Martha invites Jesus into her house. And when he's there, present in her house, she's not even paying attention to him. She's running around thinking she's giving her attention to him, but she's running around doing all these things. Running around doing this, doing that, doing this, trying to prepare this, trying to make sure this is right. But she's not stopping and listening to and speaking to Jesus, who is there in her house. Mary, however, who had Christ enter her house, Jesus enter her house, sat and got to know his voice, listened to him to get to know his voice, so that in the physical, when he wasn't there, she would know his voice. She already knew his voice. And when he speaks to her from within, she would know it's him. My sheep know my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Get to know Jesus' voice. Don't invite him into your house and have him speaking and you're not even paying attention because you're running around doing a million things. Invite him into your house and listen and get to know his voice.